What is up guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Oman and today's analysis video is going to be about the Premier League game between Manchester City and Arsenal. So Man City as usual lined up in the normal 4-3-3 formation, which mostly changed to 4-4-2 without possession. And they also changed their formation to 2-3-2-3 with possession. While Arsenal on the other hand also lined up in a 4-3-3 formation, but they changed their formation to 4-2-3-1 very early in the game, after Xhaka's injury. And they also changed their formation to 4-4-1 in the second half after they went down to 10 men. So I've already explained Man City's attacking pattern in many of my previous videos as well, and how they changed their formation to a 2-3-2-3, also known as the WW formation with possession. But surprisingly, Pep Guardiola decided to change his attacking formation in this game, especially in the first half, and he went with a more conventional attacking formation. The wingers who normally stay very wide in Man City's formation were moving narrow with possession, and the fullbacks who don't normally move up with possession were attacking the wide areas. Gundogan was mostly holding his position, and he was also dropping in the defense to make a back three on transitions. Unlike Man City's usual system, where the wingers normally stay very wide, in this game, especially in the first half, the City wingers were playing very narrow, and they were trying to open up spaces on the wide areas for their fullbacks. Same thing on the other side as well. Sterling, who normally stays very wide, was also playing very narrow in the first half, to open up the space on the wide area for Benjamin Mendy to move up. Kyle Walker and Benjamin Mendy delivered a few good crosses from these wide areas, but Man City's attacking moves were not as smooth as they normally are, especially with this conventional system. And this was one of the reasons why Guardiola decided to revert back to his old system as the game progressed, and Man City started taking control of the game. As the game progressed, Man City started using the same old system that has been very successful for them in the last few years. Riyad Mahrez and Sterling started to maintain their wide positions, and that opened the gaps for De Bruyne and David Silva to attack the half spaces. Kyle Walker and Benjamin Mendy started staying low, and Man City had their usual WW formation with the ball. Man City now shifting to their usual 2-3-2-3 formation with possession. Walker and Mendy are now staying in the midfield, with Gundogan and Bernardo Silva attacking the half spaces. Wingers staying wide, and the attacking midfielder is attacking the spaces between the fullback and the centre-back. Same old attacking pattern. Mahrez and De Bruyne created lots of issues for Arsenal, as they were constantly interchanging their positions on the wide area. On the left side, Saka was working very hard to drop back and help his fullback defensively, while Aubameyang on the other hand wasn't tracking back enough to help his fullback, which often left the fullback in a 1v2 position against De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez is keeping the fullback narrow, and look at the space for De Bruyne on the right side, and Aubameyang is nowhere to be seen. De Bruyne receives the ball with time and space and delivers a wonderful cross inside the box, which was well defended by Leno. Once again, Mahrez is keeping the fullback narrow, Sterling drops in between the lines to receive the ball from David Silva and plays a first-time pass in the wide area for De Bruyne and Kyle Walker to exploit. Aubameyang was again slow to track back, and Man City now have two players totally free to exploit the wide area. And this is why most of Man City's attacks in this game actually came from the right side, where De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez were constantly creating issues for the left back, as Aubameyang wasn't dropping back to help in the defense. Man City had no issues in this game, whether it was defending, attacking or build-up. They seemed to have the answers to all the Arsenal questions. I made a video on Man City's build-up play a few months ago, in which we saw how Ederson steps out with the ball to help his team during the build-up phase. The link to that video is in the description. Ederson kind of did the same thing in this game as well, to help Man City during the build-up play. Ederson steps out during the build-up phase, and Man City now have a 5v3 advantage in their favour, with multiple passing lanes to easily build their play. Man City have a nice pentagon, and they can easily build the play with multiple passing lanes. Arsenal on the other hand were very poor both offensively and defensively. They couldn't register even a single shot on target in this game. And Nketiah was the only one who created a few issues for Manchester City with his well-timed runs behind the high line of Man City. But other than that, Man City had no issues whatsoever defensively. Man City's high defensive line and Nketiah's well-timed run behind the line. Once again, and Nketiah makes a nicely timed run behind the line. And defensively, David Luiz pretty much gifted the game to Manchester City with his 2 mistakes. Luiz was on the ground for only 25 minutes, and during those 25 minutes, he made 1 error leading to a goal and gave away 1 penalty as well. He made 1 clearance, 1 tackle, 1 long pass, and also received a red card, all in the span of 25 minutes. Man City had total control in this game, and at no point it looked like that Arsenal had any chance of scoring a goal. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.